Okay, this is my review on Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm doing a redo review because I don't think I praised this film enough. So I say it got the character right on 98%. Now, the reason why that, his jokes weren't bad enough. And they were bad enough. No. His jokes were bad enough, but he did not make enough bad jokes. But they made enough consistently. And he is funny than he ever has been in any of the past Spider-Man movies. And he captures the charms in the way of being Spider-Man. In a way that the past Spider-Mans failed. Like his witty humor, his brains thinking on his toes. And the sympathy you feel for him in the way you didn't really felt in the past Spider-Mans. You felt a little sympathy, but not as much as you wanted. Here you feel emotionally attached to Spider-Man 100%. Because Tom Holland felt it's kind of like when Michael Keaton became Batman. You felt like you felt like you got goosebumps, and that movie also got the character 98% right. But Michael Keaton sold it. On paper, that got the character 98% right. But Michael Keaton sold it 100%. This is the same thing. He sells it 100%. That he completely convinced you that he is the Spider-Man. Even though on paper they got his personality 98% right, but the 100% he brings to the table instantly makes that 98% 100%. Just like when Michael Keaton played Batman. And speaking of Michael Keaton, he is the Vulture. The Vulture is stealing Stark tech to make his daughter's life nice and comfortable. And that's his character. And the reason why he's doing this is because Stark took him out of the job that he was doing, and damage control took over. So, Spider-Man, it's up to Spider-Man to put a stop to this. So Peter Parker is making this documentary of how that he made in Civil War, and he doesn't plan on showing. He just wants to make it just for the fun. Well, I take it right, he's not supposed to show anyone, but he uploads it to YouTube. Parts of it. Not all of it. He edited out the part of him being Peter Parker. Of him showing he had the thing. It seems like he edited out the parts of it so people don't know his secret identity, because he has a YouTube show. He made a YouTube show. I guess he made a YouTube show to make some money. Instead of working for the Daily Bugle as a photographer, he has a YouTube show to show how awesome he is. I forgot the last train of thought. But I think he might work for the Daily Bugle. You know, I don't know. The twist that happened at the end of Far From Home, I don't think that's going to last. So, anyway, Peter gets a new suit from Stark. Tony Stark gives him a new suit and he gets to keep it. And he constantly texts Happy when the next mission is. Constantly, and leaves voice messages when the next mission is, and because he's seeking to do more and be more useful. So anyway, he does this for the film. Text Happy and about the film because he wants to know what the next mission is, and we film heavily focus on Peter Parker and way the past and later Spider-Man films, such as, well, let's say Far From Home, don't focus on Peter Parker heavily. So we see Peter Parker's bored from school, and when he's at school and all day, and he's best friend with this chubby nerd who, because he's a nerd also, in the like Lego figures, Star Wars Lego figures. And then he plans to build the Death Star today. But I guess people completely forgot about it because when he comes home from being Spider-Man, he gets caught in his suit. And he tries to say it's just a costume. This is also after he is well, this is also after school. He goes to do a regular thing, his regular routine as being Spider-Man. And he finally gets some good action. And he is so thrilled. Oh, great, great. He says, go, great, finally, something good. Yeah, it's him. He tries to stop robbery from a guy's robbing an EMT machine. So, yeah, it's pretty fun to watch with him cracking jokes and even in pain when he's losing. Yeah, he cracks jokes throughout the entire film. He's funny in ways he's not he's funny and he was in a ways he wasn't in past Spider-Man films. Anyway, so Ned, I think it's Ned, finds out that he is Spider-Man. He doesn't know. He thinks that she would probably figure not let him do it anymore. And he asks Pons not to tell anyone. He says he gets it, so and on the next day he explains how he explains everything. So like the fact that he got bit by a spider and that's how he became Spider-Man. And he sees how serious the damage was and realized that what Peter's doing is dangerous, and the fact that he truly starts understanding that what Peter's doing is very dangerous and he could get killed after he sees where Peter was last night when he's talking to Peter. So after school, he puts on the costume again and, well, runs into the Shocker and saves this guy from the Shocker, and then he put it on because he was wanted to impress this girl Liz. At the party, and because Ned told everyone that Peter knows Spider-Man. But his things go south after, once he puts on the costumes, go south, so he has to deal with real trouble. Yeah, so he has to deal with Shocker, then he deals with the Vulture, then the Vulture drops him and he gets and he gets saved by Tony Stark's AI, who is controlling the suit. Tony Stark's controlling the suit, but in a different location. And he says, let me take care of the Vulture, stick to the holograms, and he has no idea what that means. And he finds evidence that the Vulture dropped that could be useful, so what he does is analyze it and with his friend Ned. All night to do it. Work on analyzing, and later they find out that Peter finds out it's actually a bomb. A bomb, and he tries giving Ned a call, telling him that's a bomb and that you need to get rid of it, but he doesn't pick up the phone because he doesn't have his phone on him. So the bomb goes off. Peter has to save the day and save all of his friends, and he succeeds. He almost makes his move on Liz, but the web breaks and he just falls comedically. It happens. And don't worry, he's okay. Anyway, so Peter asks Gwen out on a date as himself, not as Spider-Man. So she says yes to prom, and that's when he finds out that Michael Keaton's character is the Vulture. And he's freaking out. He's a little scared because, and then the Vulture figures out who he is on the ride. And this Liz has no idea what's going on, but Peter does. And he says to Peter, stay out of my way and just show Liz a good time, okay? But Peter can't go through it, so he feels like he has the urge to do the right thing, which is suit up. And this is after Tony Stark took the suit from him because he screwed it up. So he wears his old Raggedy suit, and I personally enjoy this design a little more because it seems like something that actual kid could make. Actual person kid can make. So I like this design more because I never saw that in the past Spider-Man films. So he puts it on. The Shocker stops him and delays him while he's struggling to get his web shooter on. Ned helps him, and he gets the web shooter on, gets a drop on the Shocker, and he goes to the Vulture's lair, and he says why he's doing it for his daughter. And people like Stark, they don't care about the little guys like you and me. They don't care about the regular guys like you and me. They don't care about those people. They just pretend they do. And he understands what he's saying, but he still decides he can't. He still thinks can't let him do what he's doing because it's wrong. So, Anyway, the Vulture gets the drop on him, and he's covered on all this concrete, and he's screaming for help. Then he lifts the concrete because he decides to believe in himself that he's a hero. And then he stops the Vulture, and he leaves a little note for Happy. And then he gets promoted by Stark after the Vulture's in prison. And he turns down the promotion by Stark, and he figures it was a test, and it wasn't. It was a real thing, and he blew it. Because Stark thought he was ready to become Avenger, and was going to give him the Iron Spider-Man costume. But it just turned out because he wants to stick around being a kid. He's like wanting to be the underdog a little longer. He wanted to be the underdog a little longer because he thinks that he finally realized he is a real hero. Because what he wanted wasn't what he thought he wanted it to be Avenger. What he wanted was inside of him all along. And Stark gives back the suit, and he puts it on, and Omni finds out. and then it ends on that note, and there's a little scene in the credits while the Scorpion asks him if he's who's Spider-Man, because the big guy in here says, "You know who Spider-Man is?" And he says, "If I did, I would tell you." But I don't know. So it ends on that note. So that is my favorite Spider-Man film. It's going at Miss Lee, and that is why it is. I like the past Spider-Man films. This one focuses on who Spider-Man is instead of what he represents, because is hero, and so when I say stuff what he represents, what he is a sarcastic nerd who has some serious guts to do the right thing no matter what, even when he's putting his life on the line. Yeah, give this a thumbs up. Bye.